Welcome to Light of Galilee. Tonight, we will enter a space of perfect rest. This is a Christian sleep meditation for weary souls. The worries of the day have left you exhausted. If you are looking for Christian sleep stories for adults, you are in the right place. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Exhale every burden. This Christian spoken word is designed as a gentle sleep meditation for anxiety. Tonight, I will share a beautiful Bible sleep story with you. It is the miraculous account where Jesus calms the storm. This is not just history. It is the answer for when your own life is shaking. Close your eyes. Listen. Let His peace embrace your mind tonight.
Our story is recorded in the Gospel of Mark 4. The sun was hiding behind the hills of Galilee. Jesus had been teaching all day. The crowds on the shore were massive. He had to step into a small boat to speak. He spoke of seeds. He spoke of faith. He spoke of the kingdom of heaven. But as evening fell, human limits appeared. Jesus, fully God, was physically exhausted. A deep, heavy weariness. He looked at his disciples. His voice was quiet in the evening breeze. "Let us go over to the other side," he said. The disciples obeyed at once. They were expert fishermen. They hoisted the sails. The water was peaceful. The gentle waves felt like a lullaby. This felt like a perfect Christian bedtime story, a calm start to a short trip. But tonight, their faith would be severely tested.
The disciples managed the ropes and sails. Jesus walked to the stern, the lowest part of the ship. He found a heavy leather cushion. He lay down. In mere moments, he fell asleep. The image where Jesus sleeps in the boat is a masterpiece of peace. The creator of the universe was resting. He did not need to keep one eye open. He did not worry about the journey. He trusted his Father completely. His sleep teaches us a profound truth. True peace is not about controlling everything. It is about knowing who holds your life. He slept deeply. Meanwhile, dark clouds began to swallow the stars.
The geography of this lake is unique. It sits deep below sea level. It is surrounded by steep cliffs. When cold mountain air drops and hits the warm water, disaster strikes. There is no warning. The calm evening shatters. A sharp whistle tore through the ropes. The wind howled. The temperature plunged. The disciples began to panic. They knew these waters well. They knew they were trapped. A notorious Sea of Galilee storm was upon them. Right in the middle of the dark lake, there was absolutely nowhere to hide. The storm did not build slowly. It struck like a physical blow. The wind screamed. Gentle waves turned into towering black mountains of water. They crashed heavily over the bow. The original text uses the word for an earthquake to describe this. The very foundation of the sea was shaking. Water poured into the hull. The heavy wooden boat was sinking fast. These brave men were paralyzed by terror. Freezing water reached their ankles, then their knees. They knew the terrible truth. The boat was going down. Death was waiting in the dark.
Amidst the roaring wind, amidst the crashing waves, there was an impossible contradiction. Jesus was still sleeping. The violent storm did not wake him. The freezing water did not bother him. Finally, sheer panic overtook their respect. The disciples scrambled on the wet deck. They grabbed his shoulders. They shook him violently. "Teacher, don't you care if we drown? Save us!" It was a cry of desperation, but it also carried an accusation. "Lord, do you not see my pain? Have you abandoned me?" When facing Jesus and the storm, they forgot his miracles on the shore. They thought they were going to die alone.
Jesus opened his eyes. He did not gasp in fear. He did not grab a bucket to bail water. He slowly stood up. The boat was violently pitching, yet he stood with perfect balance. He looked at his terrified friends. Then he faced the raging sea. He did not pray a frantic prayer. He spoke with the voice of the Creator. He commanded, "Peace, be still." The miracle defied nature. Instantly, the howling wind died. The massive waves did not slowly settle. They were crushed flat in a fraction of a second. The raging sea snapped into perfect submission. It became a glassy mirror. Calming the storm took only 3 words. The silence was deafening.
The storm was over. Jesus turned back to his friends. His eyes held sorrow, not anger. He asked them, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" The disciples sat shivering. The fear of death was gone, but a new, holy fear gripped their hearts. They whispered to each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." They realized God was in the boat with them. Dear friend, life guarantees storms. Sickness, loss, or heartbreak can strike without warning. You may feel like you are drowning. You are desperately finding peace in the storms of life. Remember this truth. His presence does not mean we will never face a storm, but it guarantees your boat will never sink. Choose faith over fear. If you are tossing in bed tonight, let these bedtime Bible stories wrap around you. Let these Bible verses for sleep and anxiety heal your mind. Keep this as your Christian motivation for hard times. Relax now. Christ is in your boat. He holds the wind in his hands. His voice whispers to your soul tonight, "Peace, be still." Peace be with you. Sleep well in the arms of the Savior. Thank you for listening to this guided Christian meditation for sleep by Light of Galilee. I will see you on our next journey.